topic of research they are doing, he has done, or maybe that other PhD or which he has pursued? Dr. Sanchita would like to speak something on this. Okay. Then, okay, Nasin, you can speak now. Okay.
Well, I think that in the research gap, like here, we're looking for something not done in this area. Like, for example, there would be something that we as researchers are interested in, and we didn't find it in the literature review. But in the research proposal, we're looking for like solving this issue. So we are just like proposing that there would be like these answers to this issue.
Okay. So let us take an example with the permission of Dr. Arora. Can I take this example of technical issue?
Yes, yes, sure. It's a live example.
Okay. Now, there is a technical issue, and which you have seen, problem happens with Zoom. It's not a big thing. It many times it happens. So something has puzzled you, and what is that puzzle? The puzzle is that why the host is not able to unmute. The host is not able to unmute. Okay, is a research puzzle. So that is the troubling question which comes to your mind. Okay, why the host is not able to unmute? And the implication, of course, is that because of a problem of unmuting, the lecture cannot go or the session cannot go. Now you look at the various technologies, you look at the researches, previous researches, and you find that yes, of course, there is some research done on this particular area, but that research is insufficient to answer the problems associated with unmuting. So you make a research statement that yes, I want, because this is a troubling question which has not been answered in the literature, and I want to. There is a disturbance coming from some participants, no? Okay, Nidhi Kumari and Dr. Sapna Kumari. Okay. So the troubling question, this troubling question that I want to answer, okay, by way of my research work, and which translates into a research gap and finally into a research proposal. I may take another example of a bank. No? You know that in India, for example, the banks have to finance the small sectors. The banks have to finance the smallest industries.
Okay, ना हटाइए ना हो गया, इसमें से को ऐड कर देना है, क्या है अभी, ठीक है,
म्यूट योर माइक्रो।
कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट यूनिट कॉलेज है ना हम लोग का, तो 2 1 से 17 11 मतलब खुद दिन हम पढ़े थे,
निधि कुमारी
17 11 है 2019 से अभी तक का डेट।
Yes, Nidhi Kumari, please unmute them.
Even I am trying to unmute her.
Okay. So, take example of a bank. The banks have to finance small sectors. The banks have to finance tiny entrepreneurs, startups, and when it comes to startups or venture type of projects, there is a large probability that these projects may fail. Learning, and the learning of the banks is that they translate into bad debts. So you know that your money is not going to come back. So one of the researches we did on micro enterprises, we found that you know, the banks are under a pressure to finance, and when they finance, it turns out to be bad debts and there are credit defaults, turning into something called as non-performing assets. So this is the research puzzle we found and we wanted to solve. So we looked at the literature and we found that there are various models to handle this problem, but still those models are not sufficient, or the models are not that much perfect that they can stop the non-performing assets. So what we did is that we made a research proposal, and that we are going to solve this problem by way of a combination of these models, and finally we were able to solve. And very interestingly, I'd like to share with you, if you finance a small factory in a industrial area in Delhi, for example, Delhi Financial Corporation, we found using 52 variables. So yes, so we found using 52 variables that if you ask a person to give money back in 3 years, he will default, but he will not default in 5 years. So this is a very interesting finding. Then I'll share with you, and then how we made the research proposal and what are the contents of the research, and how we got it published. No? Okay, that I will discuss with you. So coming back to the proposal, there is a sufficient literature review which has been done, and the research has already thought about the ratios involved and able to provide a more description of the topic which is planning to research. Now look at the types of research proposals. No? Research proposals may be classified into academic type of proposals or non-academic type of proposals. Academic type of proposals, for example, leading to higher degree, just like, for example, MPhil, PhD or postdoctoral degree, or there is a quest for academic excellence. For example, research projects funded from government and non-government agencies, research papers funded, non-funded, or invited research paper. What is the difference between an invited research paper and a funded research paper? Anybody would like to speak on this? Yes, anybody would like to speak on what is a invited research paper or a funded research paper? Sir, are participants able to speak now? Are they able to speak?
Yes. They can unmute, they can speak.
Yes. Anybody would like to speak on the difference between a funded proposal, funded research paper versus a funded proposal versus an invited research paper or invited? Okay. Let me speak then. Okay. When it comes to research papers, funded research papers, actually funded research papers are part of some research projects by an agency. For example, research projects which are funded by research papers which are funded by government agencies like central banks. Na? You have seen many papers, na? RBI occasional papers, RBI funded research papers, or RBI so and so project, federal bank sponsored papers like this. Invited papers are the papers where the researcher has sufficient, where the researcher has a sufficient, established reputation across the academic world or across the research or consulting world, and is asked to write a paper or asked to do some research, okay, to be presented for a particular purpose. No? That paper is a invited paper. So when it is an invited research paper, obviously if the paper is presented in some conference or seminar, that money is the whole cost of the transportation and other things and lodging board and everything is paid by the funding agency. Then there can be non-funded research papers, for example, the papers which we submit you to conferences and whereby you have to pay money, okay, for the purpose of attending that conference or presenting the papers in that particular conference. The non-academic research proposals may be, for example, commercial research projects like consultancy and consulting projects, which may be exploratory type or maybe experimental type. Experimental type, for example, maybe making a particular survey for a market, or maybe a lot of IT projects. Exploratory maybe types of research projects. There are a lot of research projects you will find in the area of marketing or HR disciplines. Okay, so we classify proposals into two types: academic projects and non-academic projects, and non-academic proposals. And these, when we look at these proposals, the content of these proposals are different. Now, if we are talking of consulting, for example, say for example, we have to do some project on the market visibility of LED lights versus the market structure of LED bulbs or LED lights in India. Then what difference it would make if it is a PhD proposal versus a consultancy proposal? Anything from the participants? Anybody would like to comment on this?
Yeah, hello. I'm
Yes,
Shruti
please.
Khare.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'm Shruti Khare from Bhopal.
Yes.
Ma'am, in PhD proposals, I think that we should, there is a need for the improvement and some solution we have to find out.
Okay.
As I think so.
And in the consulting proposal?
You have to give the, you have to attract the customers, and for that you need to write it's like a proposal which you are selling it, which you are advertising it. And in PhD proposal, I think that you have to pave the path for some research work or the research which has not done in the previous years, and you are suggesting some solutions or the path to find out the way.
So either you may be looking for a fundamental research or maybe applied research. But when it comes to a consulting proposal, then you have to focus specifically on a solution which you are going to provide out of the research.
Yeah,
these are commercial research projects. I hope this is clear to you.
yes, yes, ma'am.
So when you are writing this research proposal for a consulting work, then the contents are obviously different from what when you write for a academic excellence or a higher degree.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what are the challenges before the researcher? Na? When you make a research proposal, it has to be marketed to the prospective customer. When it comes to a PhD kind of proposal, who is the customer? The customer is the university department or the university to which you are submitting. When you are making a proposal to, for example, in India, you are making proposals to a University Grants Commission or ICSR, then prospective customer is UGC and ICSR. And they have their specific set of objectives when they fund the research proposals. But when it comes to companies, okay, then consulting work, obviously the company or the consulting or the concerned department is your target buyer. So the challenge before the researcher is that the researcher has to convince that the researcher has identified a scientific problem. Now here I may introduce the word scientific research papers. So can anybody highlight what is a scientific research paper?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Again, Shruti Khare. Okay, ma'am. Scientific word is not that we are studying physics or bio or anything, but I think it's a systematic and rational thinking that is scientific. So in every study what we are studying, if we are studying scientifically or drafting scientifically, it means we are doing systematic and rational work.
Yes.
All right, ma'am.
Yes. Anybody would like to comment on this? Please do participate in the discussion. Now there is no technical issue, na?
No, ma'am.
Achha, let me show you my face.
Hello. Hello.
Just a moment. Shruti, are you able to see me?
Yeah, ma'am.
Now you may call it a sir, na? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Actually, Shruti has some confusion.
Okay.
No, sir. It's I could see your picture very small, so I could not recognize that it's a male or female. So I
Okay.
said yes. When I
No problem. Okay.
yeah.
So when you are saying it's a scientific problem, na? What is a scientific problem? When we talk about scientific problem or a scientific paper, a scientific paper follows a systematic approach. Its structure is scientific in the sense that it has, for example, an introduction, a literature review, a well-defined methodology, and a well-defined meaning method of deriving the outputs, okay, from the analysis of the data or whatever is being analyzed. So scientific means a systematic way of doing things, a systematic, a systematic procedure you are following, and a scientific paper has a well-defined systematic way of doing the research which is being presented in the paper. So the researcher has to convey that he has identified a scientific problem, has a theoretical background, methodological approach, and is able to complete within the realistic time and reasonable expenses. You know, in many countries, when you are able to complete a research work, uh, you know, within the budgets, no, and you're able to save the money for the next research project, you get more money. But is that the case with UGC and ISSR? Anybody would like to speak on this? Anybody who has faced that UGC or ISSR project? Very interestingly, if you submit project to a UGC or ISSR, no, and your utilization is less than 80%, then obviously there are questions, no, that your budget is underutilized. And when you submit next proposal, and you have to write what was the money which was sanctioned and what was the money which was utilized, then in that case there are questions on that. This is a very interesting thing in India. Okay, I have found my experiences with the UGC projects. Anyway, so I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
So what is a research proposal? A research proposal is technically equal to a research statement and a case-based specific information. A case-based specific information. A research statement that we have already discussed. What is a case-based specific information? A research proposal talks about the context, no? The specific context. Okay, and if the research proposal is going to has a particular objective or solving a particular problem, then in that case the detailed description of the case of that particular problem, or the case based specific information, okay, or case based specific data has to be given. Now, what is a research statement? It is a summary of research achievements and proposal for upcoming research. It often includes both current aims and findings and future goals, and follows a typical research follows a typical pattern in regard to the layout, and often includes features of other research documents, including abstract research background and goals. Okay. So, any questions on this slide? So you can see that a research statement follows a typical research statement follows a typical pattern in regard to the layout. I hope this is okay. Okay. Then what is a research problem? A research problem is a statement about an area of concern, a condition to be improved upon, a difficulty to be eliminated, or a troubling question that exists in scholarly literature, in theory, or in practice, that points to the need for meaningful understanding and deliberate investigation. Okay. So this is a theoretical, definition of a research problem. It's an area of concern or condition to be improved, or something, or a difficulty or troubling question which you wish to answer. Okay, and which have not been done earlier. Now look at, are you able to see this slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, are you able to see this research puzzle, research for research problem?
Yes, sir.
Now let me show you one presentation that one of the research paper which I presented to explain you simply the difference in these three terms. I've already given you an example of the technical issue. Anybody from finance and economics can read the title.
Meta-analysis of efficiency of Indian spot and commodity futures market.
Okay. So what do you visualize? What can be the what can be the contents of this? No?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you throw light on what is meta-analysis?
I think big data analysis.
Yes. Anybody else? What is meta-analysis? Meta-analysis follows a holistic view. It's a research on researches. Research on researches. And now, what do you understand by efficiency of spot and commodity with this title now? What can be the possibly the contents of this research paper? Yes, somebody has spoken right now. No, please speak. No. Is anybody from finance and economics? No. Yes, why do you, Thomas, want to speak something? I don't know, I'm audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Shruti says also yes. No?
Yes, sir.
You're audible.
Okay. Harsh Sharma is also there, no? Harsh, I'm audible? Okay. Shruti, you want to, what do infer from this title?
Sir, I could not understand. I don't know. I am not of economics background.
Okay, but if you just look at as if it is written in English, no, what do you infer from this? No?
Meta-analysis of efficiency of Indian spot and commodity futures markets.
That means something about efficiency is being analyzed. Yes.
Yes, sir. So that I got it.
Infer, no? Yes.
Yeah.
So this paper talks about meta-analysis of efficiency of Indian spot and commodity futures markets.
Okay. So can you highlight the word meta-analysis?
Yes, the meta-analysis is a research on researches, na? Okay, and it's a holistic view of a research problem in order to answer, okay, and whereby we discuss a lot of methodology which have been pursued in the research, the researches which are being analyzed, and finally comes out with a conclusion. Okay, conclusion.
Yeah, thank you.
So suppose our issue is, or the puzzle is, I think I should, just a moment. So are you able to see research puzzle?
Yes, sir.
This written in red, na?
Yeah, that is visible.
Visible. Okay. Now my puzzle is that there are papers thousands of papers which are saying markets are efficient, and another thousands saying markets are inefficient.
Hmm.
Markets are efficient and markets are inefficient. If I am of a particular thinking, yes, markets are efficient, then it's okay. And I will refute the claims of people that markets are inefficient and vice versa. But if I'm confused that whether markets are efficient or not, and I have to make some strategy or develop some model or something like that, I need to analyze the efficiency of the markets. Do you agree? Please आप बोलते yes no
Yes,
बोलते रहिए.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I am in trouble or something is puzzling me whether the markets are efficient or not efficient. And why there is a puzzle? Because some papers are saying, research papers are saying markets are efficient, another thousands are saying markets are inefficient.
Hmm.
So this is a research puzzle. Now this puzzle has come out from where? From various researches. So therefore
बहुत गंदा लिख रहा है तू ये देख
Sir,
स्पेलिंग
there is some disturbance.
नीक था नहीं नी लगता
Background sound is coming, sir.
Yes.
Some background sound is coming.
Some background sound is coming.
Coming, yeah. I could hear that.
Okay.
Now it's okay, sir.
Now it's okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So so the confusion is whether the markets are efficient or not efficient. And I am confused. So this is the first thing, that there is a research puzzle. And the puzzle is that the markets is efficient or not efficient. How people have analyzed, no? So I have analyzed the research paper and found that people have analyzed in different way the efficiency of markets, no?
Yeah.
Okay. But there is a strong research gap to find out. Please listen very carefully. There is a strong research gap to find out why they found market efficient or inefficient. So research puzzle leading to a research gap. Research puzzle leading to a research gap. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the research gap? The troubling question which have not been answered. This is the trouble. This is my trouble. Okay. Efficiency or inefficiency is my trouble, no? But has not been, after surveying the literature, I have found that it has not been answered in the literature. So that leads to a research gap. And that research gap leads to a formal, well-defined research problem. And why I discuss in every time in faculty development programs, because many people, see, you can have a reverse argument also. Many people are not clear with the meaning of these three terms: puzzle, gap, and research problem. And I may share my experiences in interviews also when I was a faculty for junior positions. That when I faced interviews specifically for particular kind of university professors, and they asked me a question that look, Mr. Gupta, what is your research problem, na? Of the research work which you are PhD which you are pursuing. And when I answered research problem, they said, no, this is not research problem, this is research gap, no? Okay. And when I answer research gap, then they say that's a research problem because a lot of people are confused. So I presume that now the confusion should go off from here. Okay, by this discussion. Am I right or wrong? Yes, please.
Yes,
Please.
yes, right.
First,
You
there
are right,
is a
sir.
research puzzle. Second,
Yes.
there is a research gap. Which will lead to a research problem. A research problem is a description of it's a research statement. No? And in the research statement, I have discussed a job type and a proposal. Okay. Now, look at this. My issue is, my research problem is that research is on efficiency of Indian commodity showing contrasting results. No? And some people say that the markets are efficient and some like inefficient. No? And these are the researches no? On different markets. No? So anybody who's listening to me, can you read what is being written?
Yes. Can I, sir?
Yes, please.
We therefore find it interesting to explore the reasons for these varying results of these researches and possible explanation of the methodology implications.
Okay. So, because of this puzzle, we find a research gap and we find interesting to explore the varying results of these researches and possible explanation of the methodological implications. No? Okay. So, it is also pointing out towards the research objective. I hope this is clear. And we are now talking of the three components. No, obviously, I will not discuss this, more relating to finance, but these are the three components, or on these three sub issues, there will be discussion in the research paper.
So I have a question.
Yes.
But all the problem will not formulated with that particular project problem that you are using that particular method. So is it not possible to solve all the problem to that, but using that particular scenario? Sometimes it is not possible. So how can tackle these type of situations?
You are talking of this example or in general?
In general, I'm just talking about a general example. If we are following the same structure that you are telling, so sometimes there should be a constraint, like sometimes the data constraint, sometimes the information constraint.
Yes, there are data
logical constraint is there.
Yes, even I'll show you the constraint. Na? Yeah. Suppose somebody applied a particular kind of GARS model or some econometrics model. Na? Okay. And he has used some data. Na? And that data, obviously, I cannot see the research paper. Please unmute. No? Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
And the data I cannot use, I cannot visualize the data and how they have computed. No? Then in that case, I will not be able to comment. So applying any methodology would obviously have a limitation. But here the issue is that I have to explain to you what is the difference between a puzzle gap and a research problem.
Okay.
So by this example, I am explaining my puzzle is that whether markets are efficient or inefficient, because the researches are showing contrasting results. No?
Yes, sir.
Is my puzzle. So okay. I find a research gap na, that yes, I will try to handle it by meta-analysis na, and see what is happening. Okay. And therefore, I have converted it into a research problem, which for which you can see it is a research. It's not a PhD proposal. It's a research paper, but you can see the objective. And I have taken 3 issues of market efficiency. I hope this is clear to everybody. Okay.
Sir, it is similar to like if you're telling that the puzzle problem and the research problem are the two other domain, but if we correlate that is my thinking. I'm not talking about the others. If we correlate the 2 scenarios like puzzle problem and our research problem findings, so they are quite similar in some cases. Like if you want to suppose, sir, I'm just giving the example. I'm right or wrong, I don't know, but that is my observation. Like if we are looking some data, like if we want that this data should do this, like if we're talking about the healthcare domain, we have EG data, right? We have to solve the problem of the classification, right, sir? So the meanwhile, we have to apply any classification algorithm over there. We know that what the outcome is. If the new data comes, they have to classify into particular classes. Suppose we are dealing with a binary class. So this scenario where we know that if we are talking about puzzle scenario, the puzzle is also same type of thing. We know that we have to solve it, but how to solve it, is it a question? So similarly in research problem, it is also follow the same, I guess, criteria. Then how these two things are different?
Okay, let me answer now. Very interesting question. You are saying that within the research problem, there is a research puzzle, correct?
Exactly. Yes, sir.
Yes. So there is a research problem, and within the problem, there is a puzzle, no? Okay.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
And that puzzle again leading to research graph and another research problem.
Exactly.
Okay. Let me give you one example. Suppose you have to predict, no, using neural networks, no, gold markets, no.
Okay, sir.
I'll show you on SPSS or MATLAB, no.
Okay, sir.
Suppose you have to predict gold markets, no, and you apply an algorithm, no, and the moment there is a change in the one data point, no, the
Yes,
whole
sir.
of the hidden layers or the output changes, no.
Yes, sir.
Or their coefficient changes.
Yes, sir.
Then in that case, how to solve that problem? In that case, you have to see the solution to the problem obviously would be what is the impact of that data point, no?
Exactly, sir.
And what is the significance of that particular data point or set of data points, no?
Yes, sir.
And does that modeling of those data points is relevant to our solution or irrelevant to our solution?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Mm-hmm.
Or maybe suppose you are applying sigmoid function or maybe tangential function or hyper tangential function.
Yes, sir.
Then different activation functions would give different types of outputs, na, in neural networks.
Exactly.
Okay. Which one to apply is again a puzzle, and that depends upon what is the objective we are going to achieve.
Exactly.
If it is a pure research, we will say, look, sigmoid function or application of this function gives this answer, application of this function gives this answer.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
If it is a applied research, then we have to see what is the nature of data and which one suits better, and
Exactly.
which one has a higher prediction power, or which one is more versatile.
Yes,
and
sir.
in that case, that algorithm has to be applied.
Okay.
Same thing happens in industry also. For example, you have seen that washing machine runs on a neural network. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And there are algorithms which are fed in, no?
Yes, sir.
Because automatic washing machines, they use a lot of algorithms, no?
Exactly, sir.
Okay. Which algorithm will suit best will depends upon lot of testing and the data and the type of customers and situation and environment, other things, no? Okay.
That is comes under the software requirement and implementation part. So
Yes.
that is a other thing. Okay, sir.
So I hope you have answered. I have answered your question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
If you want, but depends upon the liking of the participants. No, I can show you that even that neural networks or maybe in fuzzy or maybe any other type of algorithms. No, different outputs you will find. If you apply eViews, answers sometimes are different for various types of time series analysis. In Stata, the answers are different.
If we are using a time series data set, suppose, and if we are tuning the algorithm on a various parameters, so there is a different type of output we get.
Yes, yes.
Same problem. Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Now, look at this. So I have done a meta-analysis now. And yes, yes, please. Yes, Dr. Bhavna, I want to speak something. Okay.
No, sir.
Can I continue?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Continue, sir.
Okay. Okay. So I've analyzed these three aspects, and very interestingly, Anybody who can read this particular line? What is written in red?
Wait, so our examination indicate that the research interference differs mainly because of data used for analysis.
And the data available on commodity exchanges differ significantly with respect to time frequency, price volume, and high-low statistics. So I have find solution to the problem. Some are saying markets are efficient on the same for the same time period. Some are saying markets are not efficient. No, and one of the possible reason is the data which is used for analysis. No, okay. So I hope that you have understood. No, what is the research problem and how the solution is coming out.
Yes, sir.
Any question any participant want to ask? Any question?
No, sir, not now.
Okay. Now look at I've already shown you research meta-analysis. How do we formulate a research problem? It may be an internal criteria which may be researcher's own interest, own resource and competence, or maybe external criteria, the research ability, novelty, important urgency, facilities, feasibility, usefulness and social relevance, research personnel. Can anybody focus on research personnel?
Research personnel will mean how talented the person is, how many researches he has already done, and how much knowledge the person has.
Research personnel means are the things that is come for your her own sake. Like if he is developing something, if he is researching something for own benefit, that is comes under research personnel, I guess.
Okay. So when you formulate a research problem and the internal criteria I am talking about, the quality of research personnel, the competency of the research personnel is also important in research problem. I just gave you example of neural networks. No? All of you, do you feel all of you are comfortable in neural networks? Do you think? The answer can be yes or no.
हेलो
Yes, yes.
हाँ अनुपम, मतलब मेरे को उसमें कुछ समझ में नहीं आया।
हाँ जी।
हाँ मतलब वो एक्चुअली वारंटी से रिलेटेड है ना?
किससे? वारंटी से?
All the I think all the participants please.
अरे मतलब यही बता पाएंगे आप एक्चुअली, या तो पूरी वीडियो देखनी पड़ेगी, यही ऑप्शन बचा है।
Please
मतलब
participate.
वो क्या है पूरा, मुझे तो बस जॉब का ही पता है ना।
Simi, please mute yourself.
हाँ सही बात है। मतलब ये तो हमें जब भी पता चलेगा ना जब हमें पुराना पता हो।
Sorry for the inconvenience, Dr. Pankaj sir. There is some.
हाँ वही मैं कह रही हूँ ना।
Disconnect the signal if is it possible to
या तो बस वीडियो देखते हैं, मतलब टाइम की दिक्कत है ना। अब 6:30 बजे तो उन्होंने एस्टिमेट रख दिया है।
Is it possible because
ठीक है हाँ ऐसा कर सकते हैं। ठीक है, मतलब जैसे आप हो वैसे ही, मतलब मेरे को भी कुछ नहीं समझ में आया।
We are facing a very high, problem, na, our research puzzle, na. Another puzzle is coming.
Right, sir. So we have to solve this problem also, this puzzle also.
This puzzle also.
And
So-
the suggestions we are giving there, that are the particular problem that we are trying to solve.
yeah, right. Actually, you are showing us the demo, how we can react.
Okay, one question to the participants. Na? When you are analyzing data in SPSS, na? Okay, what is this value? I mean, I'm talking of Semina. Okay, what is this value called as?
It's a problem.
It's an outlier, no?
I don't know the jargon or the terminology, correct
It is
terminology of that
outlier,
word.
na?
On control level है
So it is outlier, no? And outlier would affect all your results, no?
Yes.
And outliers have to be modeled, no? Correct. So I hope this is clear.
Yes.
Now, validity for publication, there is a missing element in the existing research literature, and the research work shows the gap you filled with your research approach.
अगले साल तेरा डॉक्टरेट तू पीएचडी होल्डर हो जाएगा शादी में। अगले साल तेरा 8 साल होने वाला है ना। तो मैं हो गई, मैंने ग्रेजुएशन कर ली, भैया ने पीएचडी कर ली और तू पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट हो गया 5 साल में।
Sir, again there is some puzzle or the problem is coming.
इसीलिए मैंने इसलिए कहा था कि ना, it is better to use my Google link ना।
Yes, sir.
साल हो गए, 1 साल पेपर और रह गया।
Organizer can mute.
There should be a mute all option.
Yes, sir. The organizer can mute it, all the participants.
Shall I mute all?
Yeah, you mute all, then you allow to the speaker only.
We will raise a hand and you will allow us to speak.
I wish कि everybody has opened अभिव्यक्ति की आजादी. Everyone can speak.
but not.
But the problem is that the people
track.
forget to mute themselves. No? That is the issue.
Yeah. So please, the all audience or participant, just take care of these things. Shwetu, I think everything is okay now. Shall I mute all?
No, sir. Now the things are in control, so sir can continue that.
It will continue, I think. Na? So everyone can be open. Lunch break का आप जब कहें डॉक्टर पंकज, lunch break का announce कर देंगे आप.
And the lunch break is up to what time?
No, that Dr. Pankaj, you decide, because now you are a.
Okay. Just let me finish this particular slide. No? It's very important. No?
I think you can give them a time 1 to 2 or 1:30 to 2.
12:40 time. 5. मौसम बदल रहा है, ठंडा आ रही है.
Yes.
Then
so do one thing after the lunch session. Just drop the mail to all the persons that they have to mute her or himself while the particular session is active.
Yeah. It's I think everyone understood the point.
The people are not understanding. So that is the issue we are facing.
No, they can. Okay. So it is the first day. We have to enjoy every hurdles. Then everything going smooth. Yes. So nice.
See, my point is that if the technology does not create a problem, then what researchers will do, what technicians would do. So there must be problems, no? And then obviously there should be solutions, no?
क्या एक तो पॉइंट है बिंदी की तरह, उसमें से सीधा वहीं से निकलता है, कहीं भी उसको मोड़ के बैठ जाओ, टोपी की तरह है, टोपी लगा दो उस पे, और एक जग दे रखा है बड़ा सा, वो लगा दो और उसके ऊपर कर लो.
Kundal Kumar is there, I guess.
नहीं बढ़िया है फिर तो, वही ना, मतलब गर्म उसके लिए अच्छा है वो तो तू भी ले सकता है. हाँ
Now this slide talks about validity for publication, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is the core point because there has to be missing element in the existing research literature, and research work shows a gap that you filled with research approach. No?
Yes.
So my request to the participants is that in the third part of my sessions, no, think about the problems which are your heart, in your minds, no, heart and minds, no, about publication, or problems which you face, when it comes to publication, and then we will discuss all the problems, no, here only, no, so that you are able to frame a strategy for publication. Now let me first summarize, na. Am I allowed to summarize from any participant, na? Koi bole? Can I summarize?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can.
See, what we have discussed is, as of now, is starting from here is a research proposal. And when I started with this, there was some technical problem. I have started with what is a research proposal. A research proposal needs to be customized, okay, and we have to see it is for what type, no, okay. Are you looking for a job? Are you looking for, it's a proposal type or a higher degree, or what kind of proposal? Then the next one was talking about the purpose of the proposal. What is the purpose of the proposal? Why we make the proposal? What are the types of research proposal and how they will differ? Then I will give you some examples of UGC type of proposals, international type of proposals, no, and how they are prepared. The challenges before the researcher, then the research gap, formulation of the research problem, and then I gave you example of by one presentation of my research paper. What is the difference between research puzzle, research gap, and research problem, so that you are clear with these terms forever, okay. And then for formulation of research problem, the internal criteria and external criteria, and then validity for publication, that when it comes to publication, then what are the things which you need to focus for publication. But my request is that please discuss all things or all problems which you face in your mind or otherwise, na, when it comes to publication. Okay, so we can have a break here, and then we can rejoin at what time, sir?
1:20. Basically, a break was the 12:45 to 1:15, but now it's already late to 10 minutes, so we can extend the break time. Participant can join 1:20 and 1:25. So I request all the participants, please join 1:20 p.m.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.